This is the Carle Thursday walkthrough. Carle, the official healthcare provider of Fighting Illini Athletics. Welcome back to the Thursday walkthrough. Martin O'Donnell here with Coach Lovie Smith. And, Coach, one of the stories that came out of the game last week against Minnesota was Cam Thomas seeing his first action at quarterback. And you've been asked a lot this week about him and his role going forward. But one thing that I wanted to ask you was, how has your thinking about having the quarterback be kind of a central part of the run game changed and evolved as a head coach, from maybe when you first started, years ago with the Bears to until now?
Well, it has. I mean, just the position as a whole, I think, with everyone, has changed a little bit. Way back in the day, the quarterback was a focal point, and more with the running game. A lot more option being run then, and so the quarterback in the running game was a bigger part of the offense. Then there was a switch to now, you want the thrower, and NFL's about the NFL, college quarterbacks developing to throw the ball in the NFL. But now, of course, it's come full circle, and now you see more athletic quarterbacks that can run the football, but that athlete that also can throw it too. And that's what we're looking for. We want to have balance. We want our quarterback to be able to do both.
Well, it puts areas of the defense in so much conflict when you have to worry about and respect that quarterback there. And we're here later in the year now, and as we've seen, like every team in America, Illinois is a little bit banged up. But how do you manage as a coach and as a staff, kind of the hurt versus injured paradox, where you have guys that everybody's banged up at this point in the year, but how do you manage that? How do you help guys work through the things that maybe can be worked through?
Well, and I think it's just not late in the year you have to think about managing your roster that way. I mean, there was a time when every practice was full speed, tackling, training camp was that way, but things have changed. Your numbers, for whatever reason, everybody's bigger, stronger, the bodies break down a little bit quicker. So how we manage it is that we have one padded practice a week, where we do have contact, everything except for tackling. The rest of the time, you have to fit it up. There's a mental part of the game. And there is a difference between being injured, pain and being injured. When you're injured, you just have to kind of get mental reps and try. Hopefully they'll be ready to go at the end of the week.
Mm-hmm. Well, and one thing that has been an issue that the defense has had throughout the year has been getting off the field on third downs. Did a much better job last week against Minnesota, held the Gophers to 3 of 11 on third down. Wisconsin, number 5 team in the country, comes in. They're converting about 55% of their third down attempts. What can you take from last week's success, at least on third down, and carry forward to this week against Wisconsin?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, I think when you look at the conversion rate on third downs, you want to try to get your opponent in third and longer situations. Mm-hmm. And we had some of those this past week, which helped an awful lot. Talking about our next opponent, Wisconsin, with their commitment to the run, first and second downs have put them in favorable positions. Third and short situations, normally help a lot more. So if we can do a better job on first and second downs and get a favorable situation on third, we should be okay.
Well, Coach, you've had the opportunity to be around a lot of really good defenders in your career, a lot of good football players, a lot of really good linebackers. Just kind of taking a step back, what makes a great linebacker? What are the traits? What are the attributes? What comes to your mind when you think great linebacker?
Well, I think there's a lot of different things you would like to see in a great linebacker. First off, he's quarterback of the defense, mm-hmm. So you need that intelligence. He needs to know, what everybody's supposed to do. You got to want to hit. You have to be a tough guy. There's no way around that. Especially in our system, our linebackers at the point of attack most plays. Mm-hmm. So you have to have a guy that's athletic enough. He needs speed, quickness, and then instincts to just know where the ball is going. And then from there, impact players. So there's a lot of different things you're looking for, but an athletic guy that will hit is a good start.
Is there a fine line there between, instincts and feel and playing within the defense? And, how do you manage that as a coach if you have a great linebacker who knows what they're doing and just feels it even though maybe it's not exactly the right thing? How do you coach that?
Well, I think you can have instincts, but you have to use those instincts within the framework of the defense. Mm-hmm. But if you just do what the defense tells you to do, it will put you in position to make as many plays as you have ever wanted to make. Mm-hmm. So if you just go with the defense, you'll be in enough situations to make.
Well, and this week it's homecoming. Have a nice opponent coming in here in Wisconsin. What do you think of when you think of homecoming?
Oh, just to me, it's people coming back that love the university. Yeah, people throughout the university, but for us as a football team, former players, you want to play your best when someone that's worn your uniform is coming back and looking at you and wanting to see a good product on the football field. So that's what homecoming is about for me. Former players coming back and playing your best game always.
Well, and building off of homecoming, one of the Illini greats coming back is Brandon Lloyd, and Brandon Lloyd's a guy that you've had the pleasure of coaching before. What does it mean to have a guy like that come back to the University of Illinois?
It means quite a bit. Brandon had a great career here, Martin, of course. So, and for me to have an opportunity to coach him in NFL too, I know he loves the university. Again, as we talked about, coming back. We have a lot of young receivers that know who he is, so just going to just give us a little bit more incentive to play well once you have a guy like that coming back.
Well, Coach, thanks for your time, and thanks for stopping by the Thursday Walkthrough. This is the Carle Thursday Walkthrough. Carle, the official healthcare provider of Fighting Illini Athletics.
Looking for a card that gives you more? Illini Visa Rewards Card. Earn points every day to fly any airline, anytime, no blackout dates. The Illini Visa Rewards Card. Available only through U of I Community Credit Union.